guys, this is Wenzes from Below the Radar Above the System, and I want to talk to you about talking down to people and how empaths and a lot of INFJs, since we are in most cases considered empaths in a way that we're more passive, actually do talk down on people and we don't even realize it. See, in marketing, in psychology, and all of those different things, they talk about three types of communication. The one is where you talk from parent to child. Then there's one when you have adult to adult, and then you have, from a child talking to an adult. And this is just general communication. And mainly when you haven't really figured yourself out, you're kind of really portraying something onto other people. And in a lot of ways, we allow other people to think that they're above us or that they're actually even equals, but we do kind of look down on them. See, I saw this in one of Richard's last videos from Spartan Life Coach, and it really stuck to me because I haven't really thought about it this way. But let's say you have a situation with somebody who has narcissistic tendencies, or somebody who really doesn't allow intimacy, doesn't want to be viewed as vulnerable or weak, because they're not okay with that part in themselves. They do not want to be receptive. They always want to be in control because they're scared. And you talk to that person. And you talk to that person in a way of, don't be scared. There's nothing, I'm not going to hurt you. Everything is fine. This is a way of talking down to somebody. Because you in that moment have this thing about, I'm not scared of you. I don't even have to protect myself. I know logically you're treating me like shit, but I don't care because I can take it. And this kind of behavior is talking down. And we don't even realize that. Because what would actually be an adult to adult conversation style, or, having a real understanding of we're all equal, would be that you don't look so far into what are they thinking, what's going on, that you don't think about how much pain you can take, but to really think about, okay, what is it I want? How do I want to be treated in the long run? And how you want to be treated in the long run, make it present. As in, you don't want negative energy around you, period. You want people who are strong, who are driven, who are creative, whatever it is you want to have people around you, and you're willing to put up with a bunch of stuff, but you do that because you think, I have some kind of advantage. I can, if they go too far, I can strike back. And this is the talking, down part. And sometimes those narcissist, codependent dances, how they talk about, or which happens a lot if you have an passive, empathic personality, something like the INFJ, which normally does their own thing and doesn't want to control other people. This is what happens. They think, on the other hand, I can take this. I don't care. I know you pretend to be nice, but you don't respect me. You're talking down to me. I'm not going to allow you to talk down on me, so I'm going to talk down to you. And so this problem creates of you kind of wanting to talk down to them and they wanting to talk down to you. And what the main goal should be, that you all talk like this. And on one level, this is how you should be talking to your coworkers, to your bosses, to your students, whatever it is. Unless you're really talking to a child, and even and you really want to make them feel secure, and you kind of talk like this. If you talk to other people that you want to have what kind of relation, a real relationship with, you have to talk on a adult to adult basis, which means stating what is important to you, how you want to be treated. We're always so scared. If I really show what I care about, the other people are gonna feel bad about themselves. So it's me putting them down. But that's not logically what happens. That's maybe your first thought, because once you set those boundaries, those other people will back down and they won't give you those emotions that you crave for. But you have to understand that this comes second. First off, you have to say, this is how I want to be treated now. Like in the long run, we always do things for the long run, especially us introverted intuition types. Like ENTJs, INTJs, ENFJs, INFJs, it's always like this. Once I have this great thing, or once I have found my way, I can really be myself. I can let all of that out. And this is not how it's supposed to be. You have to start now, and you do that by understanding I'm not better than anybody else. I'm not wiser than anybody else. I have a different perspective, but that's it. There's one area maybe where I know things better than others, but they know things in other areas better. I just don't see their area, and that's not the point. But we live in a society where we should expect this, this communication between each other in order to create the best thing possible. Because every time you leave something of yourself out, you shutting yourself out from positive emotions. You're shutting yourself out of real intimacy. Like I read somewhere, like yesterday or the day before, that a lot of people say, oh, we have a connection, or we have so much in common. That's not intimacy. Intimacy is being vulnerable, and being vulnerable means also showing that you can be an asshole sometimes, that you can sometimes be selfish and sometimes think about only what you want, and to have areas where you always think you're right. Showing that part of you for us is as important as it is for other people, to show that they also need connection, that they can't be always in control, because then they get empty inside. So for us specifically, getting to a eye-to-eye level with other people, it's understanding our own humanity, and that we cannot always, that deep down we're complete, we're whole. If we really are ourselves, and being whole means understanding that we are not always doing what is best for others. It's not even good. It's not even honoring nature or God or whatever kind of like energy you feel. What is important is that the first thing is you have to honor yourself and what is important to you. And you have to say, okay, there's certain things that are so important to me. It's about like being able to express myself, needing my space, as in needing my energetic space, that those things are necessities in your life. And then you kind of like find the people who accept that, and those who don't, they can just go. But this is how you need to go about creating like a real situation where you can talk, eye to eye with people, and not look down on people, and create a distance that is keeping you from your purpose, that is keeping you from your life energy, from your goals, and so on. Okay, that's a rather short one. That's something new, but yeah, I think this is important, so I wanted to talk to you about it. Okay, bye.